Welcome back, everyone. Going into the fourth and final hour here of week 20. Adam.
Well, there isn't even a pile of sand. The sand has blown away. There's a space where the unicorn once was, and then a strange gnome was after that. What's the plan? What do you want to do?
I mean, we're just sitting on the side, right? Like,
Yeah, you're just kind of standing there, and there's this water, pouring down from the ceiling above, from a hole in the ceiling. And there's the pool, and there's a spot where the creature once was, but now there's nothing.
okay.
Perhaps we should press forward. Maybe to the north.
I'll follow you.
Hopefully we don't see any more illusions. Keep our wits about us.
We can't trust our eyes anymore. Anything could be an illusion.
Even you could be an illusion.
Even you could be an illusion.
Now, don't start fighting. Let's press on.
It's like, I guess we'll start.
We start moving. Yeah.
Up the right side.
Okay. All right. So you start to make your way around there. You can see up in this northern corner, there's a shallow area of water you could probably walk through to get you across to the tunnel leading to the north.
I see a tunnel, but we'd have to cross the water.
Are we seeing this? Like, is there anything weird going on that we're seeing here? Or no.
It's just a column of water pouring down from above. So there's like a river that runs from the surface down into this pond, and it's pouring down into it.
So to us, it's a body of water that has a column of water that's going in the middle. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to go first?
I pick up a stone and just throw it in the water.
Okay. Yeah, it splashes into the water.
Making sure it's not poisonous, obviously. Acidic.
I was say, if it was poisonous, well, the stone is poisoned, but thankfully stones have poison resistance, so it'll be okay.
Good.
Damn.
Could one of you please check the depth of the water? I'm kind of wearing heavy armor.
I put my quarterstaff into it and see, or my quarterstaff. See how far down it goes.
Dip your quarterstaff in. Yeah, clunk hits the bottom. It's maybe like knee depth over here.
There's a wood bug that's here, and it starts nibbling away.
Yeah, wood monsters.
Yeah, wood monsters.
I guess we each one by one step down and work our way around to the other side.
We really don't have any flying ability other than just activating that ability.
Right. You don't actually have wings.
You don't have passive flying, yeah.
Yeah, we're only like half angels.
Yeah. All right, then we move. We go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit, we're fine.
It's just cold. The water is cold.
I just always expect the worst whenever
that's fair. That's a good thing to feel.
Step in. It's quite nipply.
It's just like when we go through uneventful. It's like, all right.
Ahead of you in the tunnel is a broken wall. You can see it emerging from the stone where it's been encased, and then there's a hole that's been broken in it. There's like wet footprints that have dried on the stone here. Some discoloration.
Someone else has been here before. Recently. This door is... Well, it's missing. I just kind of like point towards it.
That would make sense. I mean, we did see what seemed like the remnants of a battle before with those mechanical things.
But perhaps they were coming this way, and I turn around and they're that way. Point the direction that we came in.
There's no way of telling, really. These footprints, I mean, would we be able to regard and see that these footprints are moving in that direction?
Well, we saw hoofs. We haven't looked for
Hoofs.
footprints recently.
You can, you can make a...
Volnak's going to do that. Since having this discussion, he wants to see if he can kind of determine whether people were coming or going. So,
sure.
Investigation, yeah?
Yeah. No, sorry, survival for tracking.
Survival, okay.
Yeah.
I got 2. Cool. +2.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, hard to tell. The tracks are old, and it's solid stone, right? So there's not like dirt for them to track around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess I just conveyed that to those. Like, it's difficult to tell. Perhaps if this was full on dirt, I'd be able to make a distinction one way or another. Either way, I think we should keep moving.
All right. Be very careful. I guess we walk up to the edge of the room here and peek inside.
Okay. Yeah. It appears to be a small stone chamber. Ornate columns to your right. You can see an exit up here, and there's more kind of shadows in the back corner. And it's quiet and slightly damp.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Well,
Sweet.
which we get up to here. Where are we going? Are we going downstairs? Or are we going to the left?
Yeah, so there's some stairs. You can hop down over here. It's only like a half a story, little like lowered area. To your left, though, through this hallway, you can see an open portcullis. It's hanging locked in the open position, like spikes along the edge. Yeah, it's just sitting there.
That door looks suspect.
I'll walk into this room, maybe a little bit further, and peer
I'll
around.
follow him in just to back him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the party together.
What? So this door is the one that's closed.
There's no closed doors.
No,
Oh.
he said it was open. It was a portcullis that's
Oh.
The
open.
portcullis is
Yeah.
it's hanging open right now.
Well,
All right, I venture out here into here.
Yeah. I want to take a quick peek down this hallway real fast.
all right. I'll stand here, wait to see what you
Very
find.
well.
Walk to the edge and peek around the corner.
Okay. Peering around the corner, you can see a winding hallway that leads north, and you can hear the sound of water again from the north.
Walk a little bit further up to the side right here. Just
Having seen that you went past breaking line of sight, I'm going to move up.
okay. Just then I can I see the
What do you-
outlines of water on the left up there?
Yeah,
do you
from where
see
you're
down there?
standing, as you come around that corner, you can peer and you see the hallway leads north this way, but also this direction you can see the rippling edges of a pool. It's about 10 feet down, and there's water down there.
Okay, go back to the group and
What
tell them
did you
that,
see?
looks like this hallway keeps going forward, and then there's some sort of pool on the left. Perhaps we should check the other direction just to see where this fork goes in the other direction.
Exactly what I was thinking. Before pressing on, we should probably see where the other thing seems to go. By thing, I mean hallway.
Yeah, guess
I
we'll
forget the mortal word for it.
Yeah, we'll backtrack and then check out.
Yeah, we head back and-
this hallway as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ask what you found, and you repeat it to me. Let's go this way.
As you travel north through this admittedly cramped hallway, you immediately begin to smell like obvious battle. Right, there's the stench of blood in the air, the stink of bodies that have voided their organs after death, and it's all trapped in this enclosed space. So it's just like rancid smell as you come to the hallway. You think that you can see like a body piled on the floor just ahead of you. But it's obvious to you there's blood splashed on the walls. It's obvious that this is a scene of battle.
If someone came before us, they definitely went this way. I smell the smell of death
I
ahead
think,
of us.
yeah. I think we know where they went.
Adam, I want to clarify two things. One, I can use a light crossbow. I have one on my character sheet. I've never thought about firing it, but I can use a light crossbow as a warlock, right? There's no.
Yeah,
I can
it's
use
a simple
I can
weapon.
use simple weapons. It's one of my
Yes.
proficiencies. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you come, you get one. You can use it. Sure.
Okay. I like take the crossbow out from my back and look to the other two and say, I'm gonna send a bolt down the way and see what it finds.
Okay.
And then I pull out a bolt and I'll cast light on it as a cantrip.
Okay.
Ooh,
then
look
put
at you.
Put it into the crossbow bolt, or into the crossbow rather, and then just shoot it down the path.
Could you like do like a light source and then just kind of move it across? So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of neat.
So you want to fire an arrow down the hallway?
A bolt, Adam, not an arrow.
It is a bolt. You're
A
right.
blot.
You're right. You're not wrong about that.
The sass.
I
A
love
fucking
you're not
bolt,
wrong.
damn it.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. It is called that. Okay. What's the
Am I
light spell
wrong?
like? What does it give you in terms of light? 30 feet?
It's right
60
there.
feet?
Bright for 10, dim for 10.
So 20 total with 10 feet. Okay. All right. Let's see if this little guy works. So it flies along the hallway, and then clunk hits the wall over here and lands on the floor. You see two bodies. You see a pile of mechanical rubble along the way, and then a face-down body of someone in chainmail, scale mail.
Scale
mail. Ramus wear? Scale mail? Yeah, scale mail.
Yeah, with a nice sun cloak over top of it.
Yep.
Some flail mail.
It looks like
Bodies
another one of those
indeed.
creatures, and then a body up there.
Well, the fight seems to be over.
For all we know, that they could have died from traps. We need to be very careful.
Let us hope if we continue down this hallway that they've set them and we won't encounter them.
All right, so I guess we very carefully start inching down the hallway, looking for traps as we're going. Just make sure we're not triggering anything.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Can he have, since we're all doing it, do we all need to do it? Or?
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, I think I'll.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoever has the highest
Okay.
take advantage.
Okay.
The die has been rolled. Volnak went ahead and rolled. So
Thanks,
you got
Max.
it's cool.
Fucking talk faster. I don't know.
You got an 18. So yeah, you
we
slowly
had
make your
advantage.
way. You make your way down this hallway together, searching. It doesn't appear like there are any traps.
Okay. Given that
As
knowledge,
you get to the where the bolt is lying on the ground, you see you see a little divot, and there are some bodies, and like there's blood smeared all over the floor. The bodies have been dragged and then dragged again. They've been turned over. Some of them are like partly undressed. And they're bodies of rock gnomes, some of these mechanical creatures, and then two suits of armor that seem to have been just thrown on the floor.
Wait a minute, this body here. I've seen this before in a dream. The sun being extinguished in darkness, surrounded by death. It just hit me all of a sudden. I never knew what it means. Maybe a coincidence, but I feel like I've seen this before.
are you saying we're in the right place?
I definitely feel like I was supposed to be here. I have that feeling now.
I'll take the...
Do you feel like you have a connection to this dead poor soul?
I'm just going to roll with the feeling.
I take the bolt out from the wall and load it back in the crossbow. I'll shoot it down as far as I can see where there's not a wall.
There's a hastily drawn tent down there.
I assume you took your tent with you. Percentage trying.
Yeah, let me delete it over here.
So you can't see them on the map, but there are bodies everywhere. There's like 20 or more of them just scattered all over the floor. This is the site of a massacre. There are corpses all over the place, and the stink is unbearable. But you can see past it into another constructed room, strangely shaped. There's a sort of curved wall, and you can see it. You can see it through there.
Is there anything on these bodies that we would loot? Like, I'll check on them.
A quick glance, they've been picked clean. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you see purses that have been cut open.
Right.
Someone definitely robbed these corpses after they were killed.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. I continue
God.
forward with them.
We need to press forward. The smell is god awful.
We
But these bodies seem fresh. We are definitely close.
so the body we fought some of these corpses. We've already fought enemies of the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
ilk, right?
Yeah, you recognize the corpses of the rock
Okay,
gnomes.
so yeah, perhaps these are
The
great
enemy of my
warriors we can
enemy.
ally with.
the
Seeming more
enemy
and
of my
more
enemy
like
is my
allies.
friend.
We'll see.
If they are close by, we should make haste.
Well, it's hard to tell at a glance like what this fight was about though, because whoever killed all of these things could have killed everyone. You can't necessarily
Right.
tell that like
Yeah,
Ramus's
that's true.
body, for example, Ramus and Gideon. You can't tell that they were fighting the
True.
creatures. They might have belonged to this. Whoever killed them isn't around necessarily.
Yeah, a great warrior regardless. I go up and pull the crossbow back and I'll extinguish the... I can turn it off, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I turn it off, put the bolt back in.
Just out of curiosity, Adam, does the animated armor, is it wearable?
No, it's crafted in such a way that it's like there's pieces internally that connect to each other. You could have it refit, but you have to carry it out.
Okay.
So while you continue on down this way, let's cut over to Berg and Personagetron. So y'all hear a noise from the north. You've just dispatched these rust monsters, and you hear something like you hear a clattering or some talking like echo off the walls to the north of you.
Does it sound like normal
I mean, something's moving around up there.
I'm saying, can we tell at this distance or whatever if it sounds like rock gnomes or someone coming like reinforcements?
No. I mean, you don't hear anyone speaking, but you hear like
clattering and stuff.
It's all echoey. So yeah.
Everyone. I think Berg's like,
shh.
Great. Now what?
Shh. Listen.
I am.
No. Shh. Shh. Listen.
I'll try to
Why
roll
are
for
you
perception.
talking like that?
Okay.
I'm just trying to hear what's happening. Is what I'm trying to do with my perception.
Well, what do you hear?
You can't make it out because it's all echoey, but you hear someone having a conversation in common. You hear more than one voice like speaking at a distance, echoing off the walls. You hear the rustling of armor and footsteps.
Guys, I hear the rustling of armor and footsteps. How far down does this pit seem to go?
20 feet. It's a 20-foot drop into the pit. There are scraps of metal and bits of wood and leather, kind of unchewed pieces of stuff down at the bottom of the pit. There's some debris.
Ramus would have had. So we looted him. But I don't know if we grabbed his scale mail though.
No, you definitely didn't.
Yeah, because there would have been no need to, right?
It wouldn't fit you anyway. You're a very different shape than Ramus is.
It'd look comedic.
Yes, sure.
I did have a shield though that you could use.
Yeah, so I guess I would be. Berg's thinking about going back and getting that. Now he's like, "Fuck, we got more shit coming." Oh, Berg's walking around here trying to see where the rest of this. So this is just like a dead end, really.
Yeah. It looks like a garbage pit. If you could get a better look at what's inside, you might be able to tell what they were throwing in there. But yeah.
Does any of us currently have the cast light cantrip?
I know I have one cantrip. I can't remember what it was because I rolled it randomly.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have it, and I don't think you have light either. Personagetron.
Yeah, I should have dark vision.
Yeah, you don't need it. If somebody wanted to climb down and dig around in the pit, you could see what was going on there, but that would require climbing down there.
We threw a torch down there. That could illuminate it, right?
It would illuminate it. It's already illuminated though. Your dark vision can get to the bottom. It's just you'd have to actually look at it. It looks like a pile of junk.
Yeah. Judging by the smell and these vile beings, nothing of worth down in the pit.
Let's just try to set up and hold our ground, and you go there, Furchison, and I'm gonna position myself right here, just looking carefully with my bow ready.
Okay.
Agreed.
And Berg, you're gonna hang out.
Yeah, just position, for an ambush and just be ready of whatever's coming, I guess.
Okay.
Because this is probably tactically Berg is we got the advantage of if they come through here, so.
Okay. So meanwhile, in Angel Country, the three of you are you're at the entrance to this strange cog-shaped chamber. Raziel, there's something familiar about the architecture of this place. Something you can't quite put your finger on it, but there's definitely something about it that seems you've definitely seen it before, or it's like something you've seen before. You can't really place it though.
Can I sit and think on it and make a roll, or are you just?
Yeah, you can make a history. You can make a history roll, sure.
All right, I've been performing so well. I figured I might as well make another one. 10.
I mean, you might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, incredible.
I mean, you don't recognize it. You're not. It's again, you're just bothered by that feeling that I know this, but from where?
Okay, I'm just running my fingers along the rock as we walk in. I've seen this before, but I can't recall. Perhaps it'll dawn on me as we explore further.
I would like to make a perception check, see if I can hear anything down either hallway.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Perception.
Road ass shit. Pretty
16.
good.
Yeah. I think sort of the same thing. You hear some voices. One very low and one very high. But you can't make out what they say. There's a whisper.
Just
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Again, this place is shaped so weirdly that no, you can't, right? Because it's
Okay.
echoing around the like hog-shaped room. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Shh, I hear voices. It sounds like something deep and like maybe a rat or something. I can't tell what the other
A
thing
rat?
is.
I hear a pig and a rat having a conversation.
What
I'm
sort of
here
rats
for
have you
cheese.
encountered?
Um,
Be ve-
I turn to Volnok and, through awakened mind, speak to him and say, I will make you invisible and you can go investigate. Not if you are willing.
Who did you say this to?
You.
Oh, to me? Say it again. Sorry.
I will make you invisible and you can go investigate these voices if you are willing. Not if you are okay with this. I turn to Azrael so he's not fucking... I'm going to make him invisible. He's going to go investigate. Not if you are okay with this.
I nod. Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
I turn and cast invisibility on him.
Okay.
It is definitely verbal, so some fucking weird incantation is said, but it's the
Yeah.
quietest it could be.
God, I wish I had
Yeah.
a green blanket, green screened, like colored blanket, so I'd just be.
So
Yeah,
I think Persnitratron and Berg, you hear a strange kind of like rasping incantation kind of float through the hallways from the north. Then Volnak, you experience the strange sensation of watching yourself disappear, and you can't be seen.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
what are you
fucking
gonna do?
nuts. I guess I'm just gonna take the lead and move towards where I hear the voices from.
Oh my god, I'm so pleased right now, JP.
What?
Okay.
Oh. Woo!
So you start to skulk through the room, and yeah, there's more signs of battle here. As you come around the corner to view this central chamber, there's a room of obviously some ceremonial significance, but you can't just at a glance put your finger on it.
Mhm.
And then you can continue in whatever direction you like.
Can't quite visibly put my finger on anything, can I? All right, let's go.
So continue to south.
Yeah, like just fucking play the game, all right?
Invisiburg.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
I continue forward and look on over around. This is the direction from the voices, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Nothing here. Are they? They're not falling, right? I'm just surveying.
Yeah, you're invisible, so no one can see you.
Yeah.
All right. So you keep carrying on. Yeah,
Keep
and you
carrying
can,
on.
So there's a split in this hallway that leads south and east, and here I'll pull everybody back down here. Yeah, and you're invisible, and as you approach, hey Sean,
Yeah.
how is Persnitratron like the Titanic? Neither of them saw the bird coming, so
Oh my! I was like,
I cried so much, especially in the middle part when the elderly couple were on the bed. Oh!
So you come around the corner here, Volnak, and you see a gnome, see a forest gnome. You hear the gentle sounds of a goat trying to be quiet. And that's what you see. You see this like stone grate that's been put up here. What Persnitratron, what are you doing when Volnak comes around the corner? You don't see him, but what is he? What are you doing? What does Volnak see you doing?
just sitting there with my crossbow in hand. It's drawn back, and I'm trying to just breathe as quietly as I can, stay as focused as I can. But I haven't had a proper bath. I'm still caked in dried blood, and there's little nicks and scratches and scars and wounds that haven't fully healed as I'm sitting there shakily aiming, breathing, just trying to make sure I have enough focus to take that shot. And I have Ferguson behind me, who I'm occasionally giving little pats because she gets scared easily. She gets, even in thunderstorms, she freaks her out.
Okay. Can Berg, Volnak's not making much noise here. I mean, I'm imagining I'm stealthing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think you can go ahead and roll stealth. with advantage. And then Berg.
Yeah, 22. They ain't hearing shit.
Yeah, okay. So like you guys can roll perception if you want, but it's all the best you're gonna get is like very quiet footsteps.
All right. So
you got to beat a 22.
You know, I'm gonna do it. I have to beat a 22. Are we serious? You know,
that's my advantage.
Boom. All right, back to you.
Berg is roll perception. Whoop. He gets 20, close.
Enough though.
And yeah, so they don't hear nothing.
And actually, Berg doesn't get a 20. Berg gets a 14 because Berg has disadvantage on.
Oh, he doesn't have
all of his
advantage. Oh God, the blending of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Berg is all tired and stuff. So
all right, so I guess Volnok is just gonna run, or not run, but like sidle right up on up and just see what he's seeing.
Okay. Yeah, there are dead rust monsters scattered all over the floor. You see a weary-looking monk, a genasi, water genasi, over in the corner here.
Mm-hmm.
She's holding like some darts in her fist, like ready to attack. Can you make a religion check when you see her?
Sure. Religion.
Nice, you got a 20. Okay.
I know everything about her.
You recognize by her garb, and also the stance that she's standing in. You recognize like her martial arts style. She's standing in a familiar looking stance. She's learned at least some form of the way of the open hand, like you. And you can tell by her vestments that she belongs to a protector order of monks that serve the Hierophant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Having seen all this, surveying, see them, cool. I'm going to go back and not make first contact on my own just in case these are hostile.
Sure.
And I'm back over these dudes.
All right.
Now, you're invisible, so we don't know that you're...
Yeah, no, they don't know that I'm there.
Yeah.
I think I take advantage of this just in a moment of being cheeky and like
I
slip
grab
around
his
right here.
butt.
I kind of like flick Raziel's ear.
What? Azrael, don't...
And then...
Was that you?
Yeah, I let them just kind of like...
What?
Azrael then looks around and I'm just like...
You
I like,
flicked,
fucking
you
flick his
flicked
ear.
my ear.
And then you just hear me go... Anyways, I'm back.
I'm just staring off into the darkness. What did you find?
Very peculiar scene. Definitely the people that came through this battle before us. A large...
Oh. Sorry to interrupt you. I just remembered. Can you... No, you don't have to make a roll for this. She looks just like the dude you talked to in town. I forgot you talked to her brother.
Yeah.
The nameless monk. They're of the same order, and
Yeah. I met her brother.
So you recognize her right away. You're like, oh yeah, no, they're siblings. Or
Like, this is totally his sister.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's a large half-orc and really funny-looking small gnomish guy. He has a goat for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. And then there's another monk. And it's odd, but I'm almost certain that it's the sibling of the man that we met in town.
What? The man?
He did reference this. You weren't there, but
You weren't there, yeah. I
Oh,
met,
is this when you were
another
getting the
sister.
chicken for me?
Yes, that is exactly when I met him. He said he had a sister.
yeah.
I'm certain this is her. I don't believe them to be enemies, but there's no way to tell until we truly talk to them. I don't want to do it without you guys, so...
Are you
nope.
trying to say that all water genasi look alike?
No, I'm saying they're related.
Okay. Just checking.
How many genasi are around here? Use your brain.
Okay. All right. Well,
I like that admonishment. Think before you talk.
Did they look hostile, or what are they doing?
They look like they've seen some fight recently. Some dead rust monsters, I believe. They're just resting. I think they've heard us, given by this stance. They're kind of waiting in an either ambush sort of stance. I want to go back, obviously. These are potentially friends.
Yeah.
At the very least, they can inform us on what this whole area is and what we're doing here.
They can probably hear us right now, so.
Yeah. We
I'm not,
should
like,
be
shouting.
cautious. They obviously are formidable. I mean, look at these bodies. How far down are they?
Just a little bit past this circular area to the left. You follow me. I'll guide you.
Yeah.
Follow
guide
me,
us to-
the invisible
Hold on.
man.
How about this? How about
Okay.
I'll make myself invisible as well, and we'll have Azrael approach. If they do seem hostile, then we'll have the jump on them.
This makes sense.
It's a concentration spell, so you can only concentrate on one spell at a time. So you'd have
Shit.
to do you. Yeah.
Shit.
Azrael
Forgot about
speaks with the voice of God.
Yes.
The truth in your
God,
mind.
yeah, God speaks to me through him, and then I just shake my head. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. Go ahead. I'll stay in the back.
Why don't you
Alright.
think before you speak?
I will try. I will get a little closer, and we'll try to parlay with them. I start walking down the hallway,
Yep.
just to where I'm within earshot around the corner, but they can't see me. I'm like, "Hello, who's there?"
All right, Personage of Berg, you hear that?
What the? Did you hear that?
Well, and I'm just going to look around. I'm going to say,
Don't say anything yet. We've been full of visions and traps and mechanical monsters. I'm not going to trust the voice that says who's there.
Azure Vortex says to you, Personage of it didn't sound like rock gnomes, but I think you're right. We should be careful.
Just wait. Shh.
Yeah, Berg just kind of looks at them talking and just like fine.
I can't see the way that Berg looked at me because Berg is now half visible.
Yes.
I would just like to let you know that I don't come to attack you. I come in peace, and I know you're there, half orc, monk, and gnome. We've seen you. We just want to talk.
They haven't seen the goat yet.
And the goat. I saw the goat.
We can get the goat drop on him.
I've seen your goat.
Okay, so I'm going to nervously look back and forth between Berg and Azure and sort of just like
I don't know if they're to be trusted.
I'm going to call out into the darkness. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
How are we to trust you?
And how are we to trust you, little man?
As this is going, Volnak's just like, because he's stealth as fuck right now. He knows they can't hear him and see him. He's just taking advantage of the invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you are there?
There are a few of us, and I know there's a few of you. We just want to know, are you responsible for all this death in this hallway?
The memory of Ramus and Gideon passed through my mind, and I say,
Oh, most of them, yes.
So you did not slay two of the humans seemed out of place. Were they with you?
No, those two were of our troop, yes.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I too know. I do too. But I do too know of loss. No, I stutter. Do you mind if I approach? I just want to speak with you. I noticed that you're fighting the rock gnomes, which we are also fighting.
And how can we believe you?
The same way that I can't immediately trust you either.
Fair enough. Approach slowly.
And I leave the sword sheathed on my back and start walking up.
All right. So as you approach, as you enter the sort of visible range of the other characters, we see Snidgetron and the goat. The goat is trembling fearfully. Azure Vortex clutching her weapons, ready to spring into action if need be. You know, Berg standing in defense of the group, and we see Azrael emerge from the shadows. And when the two parties lay eyes on one another for the first time, that's when we go to credits.
Yeah!
Sail!
The
Beautiful.
cock tease right now. Also, Volnak, by the way, went. I don't know if you saw. He went through and is
Yeah,
in
he's
there.
on the other side now. Cool. So we'll continue next Tuesday, same time, same place, 4:00 Eastern, right here. And
You don't want to miss it.
I think next week we're gonna start seeing some fucking crazy fights because you got to keep in mind that we have 6 people now in a group,
Oh yeah.
and we're all pretty high level, and that just means that Adam can throw bigger fights or bigger monsters at us. So,
Oh God, yeah.
so the next time maybe we see a mind flayer, it might actually be real or whatever the fuck that was.
I'm excited to play 2 characters talking to each other.
That's true. We'll discuss a little bit more about next week and this week in our Patreon post-episode content. You can find that over at patreon.com/roleplay. But for now, let's do some shout-outs. Gassy, we'll start with you.
I'm GassyMexican or Max Variety Caster here on Twitch for a long time. Just finished up Batman. I think we're going to be getting into The Walking Dead soon. I don't know if I'm going to cast tonight. Unknown. Follow my Twitter, twitter.com/GassyMexican. Also do the YouTubes. Pretty much punch in GassyMexican into Google and you find me. Awesome show. Excited for the next one because I get to have 2 characters that potentially talk to each other. It's finally happening. It's happening. And it's good to have Sean back as well. And now he has a goat. So I'm excited about that too. Thanks, of course, Adam for DMing and you know Dan and JP and Sean for being awesome players to play with.
Thanks again for being here. Dan, you want to do some shout-outs?
Sure. I'm DansGaming, /DansGaming on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, everything easy to find. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, been streaming for a long time. I'm currently playing through XCOM 2. Should have another couple days left of that. I wasn't able to finish the first time because it glitched on me at the very end, and I was so pissed. I couldn't finish the game when it came out.
God,
So I'm
I
finishing
remember
up
that
now.
happened. Fuck
Yeah,
that game.
it's such a pain in the ass. But thanks for having me on the show. I love doing this every week. It's so exciting just to have the 2 groups meet together like this, and I can't wait to get into some serious hardcore boss fights next week.
Definitely. Mr. Day 9, some shout-outs, sir. Also, welcome back to the show.
God.
Glad to have you back.
It is a pleasure to be back because I ended with 1 hit point crying, caked in the blood of my friends. And now I'm still caked in the blood of my friends. But it's great to be here continuing that journey. I'm excited to see the end of the quest to kill the Rock Gnome King. Maybe I'll die. Maybe he'll die. I don't know. We don't know for sure. But either way, I'm back to my usual my streaming schedule because I'm off vacation. And most importantly of all, on Wednesday, not tomorrow, but a week from Wednesday, I'm starting the Day 9 Learns Dota 2 show, man. Where I'm literally going to get taught how to play Dota properly by Purge. That's going to be exciting because I'm going to become a top-ranked tryhard. Sick! Beyond that, I'm streaming right after the show on my own channel, which is listed there. So there you go. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, sick. Woo!
Damn.
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 Some shout-outs.
I would love to. Hello, everybody. I'm Adam Coble. I GM role-playing games. You can find me right here every week for Court of Swords, and very soon GMing Nebula Jazz, which I hope you will tune in this weekend for the first episode thereof. I'm really excited for the game. If you've been watching the Patreon videos, first, thank you. And second, Sam's a shark man. So that should be cool. If you want to see me do things that are not run role-playing games, I talk about role-playing games on Twitter at skinnyghost, and I stream at twitch.tv/Adam Coble.
What is Jesse
Sick.
in that fucking shit show of a show?
He's
I
a
honestly-
lizard man.
I think that Krinder's show is going to be less of a shit show than Nebula Jazz. That's what I'm going to make that prediction.
He's a lizard man. He's a lizard man.
Although
everybody hates lizard man.
I do know the final boss of the Daikia.
Of Daikia. Nice.
Yeah, because it was my idea. So
Fantastic.
yeah, I think we're good though. If you want questions answered or you want to ask Adam a question, there's a thread over on the community.itmeJP.com site. Adam was linking that earlier. If you want to just spam it again in the chat, that'd be great. We're going to go record the post episode recap, though, for patrons. It's $1 to watch. You get every other behind-the-scenes video for all of January, which is pretty good value, if I say so myself. So we're going to go do that. This is an awkward ending. We'll be back in an hour for Roleplay Blades. Sorry, I got thrown off. The FedEx guy knocked on the door and like held up the package. It was like, you got a package. That's right.
Guys, wash your hands. Germs are bad. We're out.
Spay and neuter your pets.
He really threw me off. That was odd. Anyways, we'll see you guys in 54 minutes for Roleplay Blades. We're out. Bye-bye.